Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? It's the Man Child. Okay, so today for review, going to go over the Masters Universe Origins Turtles of Grayskull Michelangelo figure as part of the wave or series 3 of Turtles of Grayskull figures. So yeah, I had him a while with the all 4 figures part of the series 3 of Turtles of Grayskull, and I had the Masterverse, so I finally finished all Wave 13 Masterverse figures up first because I think a lot more people like those, depending on the figure. A lot of people are into the Turtles of Grayskull line too, but it's a mix. You know, some people like it, some people don't. Some people hate it, and some people want to cherry pick from it. You know, it's all good. It is what it is. I like it. I like everything as I'm getting older. You know, but anyway, so yeah, we get Michelangelo, the 4th and final Turtle brother, to go with the rest of the Turtles of Grayskull main turtles that are from, you know, came over from series 1, 2, and now 3. So yeah, he's sporting some He-Man here. Michelangelo was always like the Joker of the bunch, and hair is removable. And I tell you what, it doesn't look bad. You know, it's funny, but the early concept images, I didn't like it. Looks fun on him. He has some new battle armor. I'm not sure if that's removable, but once we get him out of package, we'll check it out. And yeah, overall, it's good to finally have Michelangelo in the line added to the Turtles of Grayskull with all 4 brothers now. And of course, taking a quick look at the art and back of Michelangelo's packaging. So yeah, awesome Origins art or Turtles of Grayskull art as always. Like I mentioned in all my videos. So we have Michelangelo with his nunchucks in both hands, going head to head with the new Turtles of Grayskull inspired Hordak figure. Which yeah, I can't wait to see him. He has some wings, blaster arm. I'm not sure if he's going to be exclusive or deluxe yet. They haven't marketed for Series 3. Other sites have marketed for Series 4. Again, I don't know, but we'll see. We have the Fright Zone in the background. I'd love to see a Fright Zone remastered in Origins. Surprised we haven't yet. Everything's come out from Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, even Eternia, and still no Fright Zone. But you know, have some hope. You can see the big tree in the background on top of the Fright Zone. And then you see inside the Fright Zone cage is that Roboto Build-A-Figure that we only got parts with so far from the Mauser Jaw, and I think Slacker or Slaker, whatever his name is. I think he's going to have some more parts, but I'm not sure who the other figures who also will have the parts to build him. And I believe it's only going to be the exclusives from Target, I think, is going to have those. And here's a quick look at Mikey's bio. You want to pause and read that. And then dropping down the left-hand side, so it just shows an image of Mikey's accessories, in this case his hair, and that it is removable, and we have a regular turtle head, which is awesome. And then moving over to the cross-sell, these are all 4 figures that's included with the Series 3 of Turtles of Grayskull line. Okay, so before we take a look at Mikey and all his accessories, of course, the Series 3 Turtles of Grayskull figures comes with a new comic book called The Spirit of Grayshell. Pretty cool cover. So I'm just going to flip through it, right, like I always do. And I haven't read it yet. It's always a surprise for me. I'll read it later. Kind of bring it up closer to camera. You can pause and read it. We'll check out the images together. All right, there's a new Skeletor. We have all the figures going to Grayskull there, right? Hope you can read those bubble captions. Going to the next page, there's a new Teela. Can't wait to review her soon, right? Everything going on. Again, so little bubble captions, you want to read them. All right, we got Casey Jones. Casey Jones, too, looks pretty cool as far as figure form. They gave him a lot of stuff. Another figure I wasn't really like, you know, excited about, but in hand, looks awesome. Can't wait to review them. All right, check that out. Going to flip the page. All right, Teal once again. Oh, that's April. I think April 2 looks pretty cool coming out. It's done up with the Sorceress aesthetics or wings. This here. Next page. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. They put a lot of illustrations, new art, and stories too with this line. Actually, that might be the regular Sorceress, or it might be April. No, that's a regular Sorceress. There's April down there from what I can see. Again, I'll read everything later. Okay, there we go. Yep, April's transforming into Sorceress. Looks like over here. And there's a new Merman, too, with that tail. Another figure looks awesome. And also, he's going to be, I want to say, a Target exclusive. Again. But, alright. It's fun to go through the story and the art. Flipping. Man, this comic book keeps going. There's the new He-Man, Skeletor, Mutant He-Man anyway. Going up. Big fight going on. Looks like, who's that? Oh, Leonardo going head to head with He-Man, Mutant He-Man. Alright, I think it's the last page. Regular He-Man there, and that's it. And now, here's a quick look around with Mikey and all his accessories out of package. Alright, so bringing Michelangelo, or what's called Mikey, in for a closer look as far as the head and head sculpt and yeah, He-Man hair. Yeah, it's a fun design, I gotta admit. I do like the sculpting and the color in the hair. It's not too bright. It's got a lot of detail in it. Now you can see it's ready to come off or fall off. But for at the moment, yeah, it has a really wide, goofy smile. Cowabunga dude, right? Mikey was always a joker from what I remember, as far as the turtles. Yeah, with the bandana too. It's all part of skull painted orange. And his eyes are really wide. All part of the goofiness. So with the hair on in the head, as far as the articulation, right, you can go all the way left to right. Go down about that far and back. Now, just let me spin the whole head around with the hairpiece for anybody that's interested. So yeah, good detail. It's not a bad wig if you want to use that on Mikey. And now let's get to the most important part. Hair. Whoop, gone. Off. So, yeah, we have a regular turtle head. That's awesome. I was a little nervous of that when early images. So there's a little better look at the head with the hair off. All right, bandana piece. You know this piece. The end of the bandana piece is on the back, and is that, yeah, it does articulate and moves all around, really flexible. And of course, the orange bandana, as Mikey always did. Yeah, really cool sculpt. I like it, and the articulation's even better without the hair on, of course. And here's a little closer look with the hair piece off the head. So, as I already mentioned, good sculpt, decent color, and you can see the back where it just kind of sits over that bandana piece that articulates, you know, and yeah, really easy how it goes on and off. That's it. And now, moving down to the chest and butt area. Of course, I'm just going to leave the hair off the head for now. It's easier, right? And yeah, I don't know. I like the hair piece, but yeah, I like the regular turtle head. So yeah, Mikey's also sporting some battle armor off of Battle Armor He-Man. It's different than the actual Origins Battle Armor He-Man setup we got, because he had the articulate, you know, the piece that spun. Going back to the vintage, this is, it looks like it's all part of the sculpt. But then you got this orange adapter piece, sort of like a cross arm, not a cross armor, but just an additional setup to hold the turtle shell on, which we'll get into soon. It's cast in like a metallic orange color that's different from the bandana. The bandana's like a flatter. It's a bright, well, it's a glossy orange color. This has metallic colors in it. Yeah, I like the, well, I want to say the H. At first I'm looking at it like it was an H. It's an M for Mikey. Okay. Yeah, I guess Mikey's really inspired by He-Man, going back to the hair and the battle armor. All right, cool concept. So going back to this piece, additional piece of armor. Okay, you can see, I already mentioned what the shell's going to plug in. So to remove it, let me see here. Okay, so it's going to pop like that. You can see the plug. And it looks like to take it off. All right, we have to take these turtle. So he has these turtle shell shoulder armor protector pieces. I guess we'll look at them first, right? They're both identical on left to right side. Pretty cool detail. We have brown turtle shell with, you know, the outer trim is, again, to match this armor piece, strap piece. And so as far as the articulation with the arm, with those on, let's go with the right arm. Go all the way up, down, forward and back. He can bend all the way up the face, straighten the arm out. The other side's all the same with this shell piece. Can spin all around, right? Mikey comes with two orange wrist bracers, part of the sculpt, just like He-Man on both sides. Then he also comes with his typical turtle, three-fingered turtle fingers that are in hinge joints, you know, go in and out, spin. Other sides are all the same. All right, so get the arms out of the way first. And then going back to these shell pieces. So to go all the way up to the bicep, looks like you're just going to pull it over the bicep and slide it down the arm. And then once you make it past the bicep, you can slide over the forearm. And I don't think you have to remove the hand. Nope, so it's that side off. And then going back to the left side, I already pulled off the shoulder. Same thing, slide that one off that hand. And then there's a closer look at those shoulder guards off the you know, shoulder and body. And again, they both look identical. Doesn't look like it matters which side goes on the left or right. And now jumping back over to Mikey with the hair off and those shoulder guards. There's a look at that setup. So if you just wanted to use them with the battle armor and this strap piece on without those, you know, those pieces and hair on, that's what it would look like. And I just snapped that together again at the moment. And then once again, taking a look at this back part, so I'm going to snap it off. And it'd probably be easier just to remove the arms if you wanted to. You don't have to remove those shoulder pieces, I don't think. But it seems like that's just going to pull right off that side or the other side and come off like that. And here's a closer look at that cross piece that I just removed off the body. Yeah, really flexible, right? You know how to plug those together. And again, these are for the turtle shell, which we'll get into soon. And now here's another look at Mikey once again with, yeah, we took the 2 shoulder pieces off, the hair piece, that extra strap piece, and so he just has a battle armor and this lower skirt protector. So taking a closer look at the battle armor, yeah, we already know it has an M for Mikey upside down from like He-Man or something. It's kind of looks silver, but it has like a, I don't know, goldish tint or something in it. Pretty interesting. So as far as the articulation with, okay, so he can spin at the waist, come apart at the waist, right? All right, it has like a gold belt that's also part of skull painted. Yeah, it's its own, it's all part of the buck. Just does not come off. You can even see you can see the neck in there. It's a little bit of slop, but yeah, all part of the buck. I thought this would split in half. That would have been cool, but all right, is what it is. So we already know about the articulation. Of course, the arms can come out for customization, or if you want to remove them for some reason. Now moving down, so we looked at, we took everything off, looked at the arms and hands. Taking this apart again, you got the skirt piece, and that's how you remove that from the waist. And here's a little closer look at that piece off the body, and yeah, this has more gold in it than the battle armor from what I can see. It's really soft. So leaving that lower skirt protector off Mikey at the moment. Yeah, so we have everything stripped off him, obviously, right, that he come with. Side, we can't remove the battle armor. Has a typical yeah, origin style belt and loincloth. It's yeah, it's just molded in one color. Usually the belt would have a different color on it than a loincloth. It's all the same. Moving down, just has the same legs that the Origins has, but, you know, or the other Turtles of Grayskull figures have. As far as the articulation, go all the way out with a split. So, you know, for an Origins figure, could do some pretty cool high kicks, being a ninja turtle. Can kick forward, go back a little bit, bend at the knee, spin at the knee. You have these little half ankle boots that can spin like all turtles come with. They can come off. You can put regular He-Man boots on if you wanted to. And then, of course, he has the 2 turtle toe foot like the other Ninja Turtles have. They can go up and down and can rock side to side. And the other legs are all the same. So moving forward, Michelangelo's accessories and weapons. So, of course, he comes with the iconic turtle shell, the same exact shell that the other 3 turtles comes with. Right, has the the band wrapped, sculpted around it, painted in black for his put some weapons in. Now, the only thing difference with the shell from all the other turtles, I'm going to bring in Leonardo for a minute, is just it's painted in a darker brown, or cast in a darker brown color, where the other 3 turtles share, I want to say, this lighter color, and they're almost all identical. So it's the only difference I can see, and it also works as a shield as well if you're not familiar. And of course, for his last accessories, he comes with his iconic nunchucks or nunchucka. Cool design, I gotta say that. It's these are casted in that metallic orange color matching that some of that armor pieces. You actually have individual links as far as chains. They're plastic, where it just could have been a solid piece, where it's kind of cheesy sometimes. And yeah, they're both identical for each hand, or not a left and right side, however you want to use them. But yeah, it's cool you get 2 of them finally instead of 1 like the side added with Raphael. You only got 1, and you get 2. And now, setting Mikey up with a shield and accessories. So, of course, looking at the back of him again, I put everything back on except for the hair. I'm going to leave it off for the moment. And to plug the shield in, just like all turtles, again, you need this armor piece, and you can't put it on without it. And now, here's a look with the shield plugged on the back of Mikey's body. And then, of course, with the weapon holder on the back, we could just plug the nunchucks in like so if you wanted to go in like this. And yeah, it holds them pretty cool the way they both sit in there. And then, of course, removing the nunchucks out of the back of that turtle shell and putting them in Mikey's hand. Let's start setting them up with his infamous weapons. I'll put this one on this side. And then, of course, put the other one in the left hand. All right, now there's a look with Mikey all set up with his turtle shell on the back and nunchucks in both hands, like Mikey how he always fought in the Ninja Turtles movie or cartoon. And then, of course, I just put the hair back on top of Mikey's head. You want to use them all set up like that, like he's trying to mimic He-Man or something, or as he comes in the package. And then, of course, the other thing is remove the nunchuck from, it's going to do the left hand, take the shield off the back, or turtle shell off the back, and then put it in his hand as a shield. And there's a look at that setup. So, yeah, we just have the shield in the left hand. Of course, it can go on the right, just keep it left. Get the nunchuck in the right side. And I guess you could, if you wanted to, put this spare nunchuck in the shield, you know, at both ends, plug in like that to hold it. Pretty cool. And lastly, one quick important comparison is bringing all 4 Turtles of Grayskull Turtle Brothers together. That's awesome. It's awesome to have all these out now, and I like them all. You know, it would have been cool if the battle armor could come off, because maybe you could use it on another He-Man figure, but but then it has an M. I don't know. It works for what it has to do. I like that the hairpiece is removable, He-Man hair, and it doesn't look bad. I might keep mine on. It's something I like about it now. You know, when I first seen it, I was like, that's stupid, but I like it. I don't know. Um, you know, all the other turtles, too, you can pretty much remove everything and make them almost regular turtles, for the most part, aside Donatello. He's the only one with the helmet that's, it's plugged in, and so is the eye mask, from what I can see. I know there was a custom one out there, but yeah, it was a lot of money. I didn't need it. Maybe Mattel will re-release another Donatello with a regular head, because you can remove the armor off Raphael, hair off Mikey, and of course Leonardo has a regular head. So that's the only disappointment with this figure, but it's still cool. I like the armor look. Doesn't bother me. But that's pretty much it. He's kind of his own thing. You're not going to really mix and match too many parts. We know, he's his own color. We know the hair comes off. Battle armor doesn't come off, as I mentioned. You know, you could put other weapons in hands and stuff, things like that. But I don't know. It's he's set up his own way. I like him a lot, and it's finally cool to have all 4 brothers together in this Origins Turtles of Grayskull line. You know, so hopefully you guys like him. I really do. I'm glad the way he came out. So I appreciate everybody watching. Until next time, take care.